Big Meech allegedly got into a heated physical altercation with 50 Cent immediately after finding out what 50 had supposedly done to Lil Meech. For those just catching up, the rumor that sparked this chaos claims that 50 Cent had Lil Meech arrested and beaten after the young actor allegedly stole over $100 million from him under Rick Ross's direction. When Big Meech heard the story from inside prison, he reportedly lost control and went straight for 50 Cent. Furious that the man he once trusted had laid hands on his own son. What happened next, insiders say, was nothing short of explosive. A confrontation that has everyone in the hip-hop world picking sides and whispering about revenge, loyalty, and betrayal. According to sources close to the situation, Big Meech had been hearing whispers about tension between 50 Cent and Lil Meech for weeks, but he refused to believe it. After all, 50 was the one who brought his son into the spotlight through the BMF series, telling the world that he was honoring the Meech legacy. For Big Meech, that partnership was personal. It wasn't just business. It was family. But when the story broke that 50 Cent allegedly had Lil Meech arrested and roughed up after the young man supposedly took millions under Rick Ross's orders, something inside the legendary Detroit kingpin snapped. People who know Big Meech say he's a man who can tolerate a lot, but disrespecting his blood is a line you don't cross. As soon as word reached him, the atmosphere in his prison unit reportedly shifted. Guards said he was pacing silent, with that cold look he gets when something serious is about to happen. A few hours later, whispers spread to the block that Meech had confronted someone linked to 50 Cent's camp during a visit, and that confrontation didn't stay verbal for long. Please do not forget to like this video, share and subscribe to this channel if you want more updates like this. Thank you. Now let's get back into the video. To understand why this moment hit so hard, you got to go back to the history between these men. 50 Cent had built BMF into a successful television franchise that kept Big Meech's name alive while he was behind bars. Fans saw it as a tribute, 50 honoring the legend, but others claimed 50 was using the Meech legacy for profit and power, shaping the story his way, not the family's way. Even Lil Meech reportedly started to notice cracks. The closer he got to fame, the more control 50 Cent wanted. Then Rick Ross, longtime rival of 50, allegedly slid into the picture, whispering promises of independence and freedom. According to insiders, Ross told Lil Meech that he could be bigger without 50 Cent, that 50 was exploiting him, not helping him. It was part of what some fans now call Rick Ross's master plan, using Lil Meech to get revenge on 50 Cent for years of feuding. And the plan worked. Rumors say Lil Meech started funneling money from joint projects, taking more than $100 million in deals and royalties that 50 Cent thought were secure. When 50 found out, he was furious. Those same sources claim 50 Cent used every connection he had to make Lil Meech pay. He allegedly had him detained, questioned, and roughed up, a move meant to teach him a lesson. But instead of teaching, it detonated a war. Because once Big Meech got wind of it, there was no going back. People inside say that when Big Meech saw the news about his son being humiliated and beaten, he was trembling with anger. In prison, you can't show weakness, but everyone could see in his eyes the storm building behind him. They say he told a close friend, if 50 wanted to play with lions, he's about to find out what a real one feels like. Within days, Meech allegedly managed to send messages through his network, not threats, but warnings. And then came the moment that has everyone talking, an alleged confrontation between Big Meech and 50 Cent during a private meeting arranged through mutual acquaintances. No cameras, no publicity, just raw tension. Reports claim that when 50 Cent walked into the room, Meech didn't even stand up. He just stared at him, silent. 50 tried to speak first, defending his actions, saying it was business, not personal. But before he could finish, Meech allegedly stood up and got in his face, telling him, "You touched my blood. You crossed the line." What happened next depends on who you ask. Some say it ended with words. Others say fists flew and guards had to separate them. But what's certain is that the respect that once existed between the two men is gone. For years, 50 Cent had admired Big Meech, calling him a real-life legend. He used Meech's story as inspiration for BMF, helping cement his own reputation as a storyteller who brings the streets to the screen. But now, it seems that legacy has turned against him. The same name that made him money has become a threat to his empire. Because when Big Meech feels betrayed, the whole underworld listens. Insiders say that after the alleged fight, Meech made one thing clear. He doesn't care about television, fame, or contracts. This is about blood. He reportedly told people close to him that 50 Cent would have to answer for what he did to Lil Meech, one way or another. Some even claim he vowed that if 50 ever tried to visit again, he'd regret it. Meanwhile, Lil Meech himself has been silent. People expected him to speak up, to either confirm or deny what happened, but so far, nothing. Some say he's still recovering from what went down physically and emotionally. Others think he's protecting Rick Ross, refusing to drag him into the fire. That loyalty might seem noble, but it's also what ignited this entire chain reaction. Now, the world is watching a father's rage collide with a mogul's pride. Big Meech represents the streets, honor, family, legacy. 50 Cent represents power, control, business. When those two worlds collide, chaos follows. The prison staff reportedly had to increase security after the altercation, fearing that word of the fight could spark retaliation outside. The irony here is impossible to ignore. 50 Cent once said BMF was about showing how loyalty built an empire and betrayal destroyed it. And now he's living that exact storyline. The man who turned Meech's life into art might have just written himself into the sequel. And this one isn't scripted. Even people in 50's own circle are nervous. They know Big Meech's influence still runs deep. You don't just offend someone like that and walk away untouched. Rumors are already swirling that some of Meech's old allies are rallying behind his name again, ready to remind the world who built the foundation of BMF long before cameras ever rolled. Fans online are divided. Some defend 50 Cent, saying he had every right to respond if someone stole from him. Others say 50 took it too far, that touching someone's son crosses the ultimate line. To them, this isn't about money, it's about respect. And in hip-hop, respect is worth more than any dollar figure. As days pass, more details keep leaking. Suppose witnesses describe the moment of the fight in different ways, but one detail stays consistent. Big Meech's voice, cold and clear, telling 50 Cent that this isn't over. Those words alone have been enough to make even industry insiders nervous. Because when Big Meech says something isn't over, it usually means it's just beginning. There's also growing tension between 50 Cent and Rick Ross again. The BMF scandal has reignited their old rivalry. People are wondering if Ross played chess with the Situ.